Question 2c. Compute the inverse of 11 mod 53. If the greatest common divisor of 53 and 11 is not equal to 1, then the inverse of 11 mod 53 does not exist. So we must begin by computing the greatest common divisor of 53 and 11. And 53 divided by 11 is 4 and 9/11ths. And that means that 53 is equal to 4 multiplied by 11 plus 9, which means that the greatest common divisor of 53 and 11 is equal to the greatest common divisor of 11 and 9. 11 divided by 9 is equal to 1 and 2/9. That implies that 11 is equal to 1 times 9 plus 2. And that implies that the greatest common divisor of 11 and 9 is equal to the greatest common divisor of 9 and 2. 9 divided by 2 is equal to 4 and 1/2. That implies that 9 is equal to 4 multiplied by 2 plus 1. And of course, this remainder of 1 implies that the greatest common divisor of 9 and 2 is equal to 1. So all of these greatest common divisors were equal to each other, starting with 53 and 11, all the way down to 9 and 2. So the greatest common divisor of 53 and 11 is also equal to 1. And that means that the inverse of 11 mod 53 exists. Now, we have established 3 important equations on the way to computing the greatest common divisor of 53 and 11. And we're going to rearrange those slightly. So this one we can rearrange as 1 is equal to 9 minus 4 times 2, subtracting 4 times 2 from both sides. In this case, we can subtract 1 times 9 from both sides to get that 2 is equal to 11 minus 9 times 1 is 9. And this one we can rearrange as 9 is equal to 53 and subtract 4 times 11 from both sides. So 1 is equal to 9 minus 4 times 2, with the 2 being replaced next by 11 minus 9, meaning we have that 1 is equal to 9 minus 4 times 11 minus 9. That means that 1 is equal to, in total, we have 9 multiplied by, 1 here, and minus 4 multiplied by minus is another plus 4, giving a total of 5 9s, and then minus 4 times 11, which of course is 45 minus 44 equal to 1. The 9 can then be replaced by 53 minus 4 times 11 from here, and we had minus 4 times 11 here. So in total, 1 is equal to 5 times 53, and multiplying 11, we have 5 times minus 4 is minus 20, minus another 4, making minus 24 times 11. So all this means that 5 times 53 minus 24 times 11 is congruent to 1 mod 53. Of course, 5 times 53 is congruent to 0. So minus 24 times 11 is congruent to 1 mod 53. This means that the inverse of 11 is congruent to minus 24 mod 53, because that's exactly what the inverse of 11 is, the number which multiplies 11 to be congruent to 1 in modulo 53 arithmetic. If I add 53 to minus 24, I get that the inverse of 11 is congruent to 29 mod 53, and that is the answer.